congratulations. Big 12 regular season champs, the first conference championship in program history. What did it mean like for you and this team to be able to make history?
I mean, to be completely honest, I didn't know. One of the first texts that I received, as you can imagine, was from Sheila. And she told me in that text, she said, first time ever. And I was like, I texted her back. I was like, what do you mean ever? You know? She had told me 8 months ago, we were kind of reliving some of her, glory days. And she said 1 year, they were 7 in the country and they were 5 in the Pac-12, And so, yes, that gave me a picture just of the depth, of difficulty in that conference. And so when she said ever, I was like, wow, okay. And I'm so glad, actually, that she didn't tell me that beforehand. I was definitely happy to know that after the fact, but it obviously blown away. The girls set a goal and didn't stop until they made it happen. And it was, the season is full of ups, downs, highs and lows, but they stayed the course, and it was really incredible to see them be rewarded for all of their efforts at the end of the day.
When we were talking, rewind a year ago when you got hired, you were entering your first season. If I would have told you then you were going to win the conference championship in your second year, would you have believed me? What would have gone through your mind?
Gosh, I was literally putting one foot in front of the other. So I don't even know if I would have acknowledged it. I would have been like, okay, but it definitely was on the short list for a few years out. This is definitely ahead of schedule. Happily so. We came in and we had a few spots to fill and had to fill it very quickly. And you just don't know. You just keep working and good things happen, and some years are going to be better than others regardless. But if we do our best, we bring our best, then, that really is what it's all about. So if this is our best this year, then I'll take it.
When you win a conference championship so quickly like this too, when you're getting things going, how does that change maybe the perception when you're recruiting and kind of your stature in the Big 12, I guess?
Yes, definitely. A lot more people call you back, for sure, which we like. We will take that. So yes, I think that Arizona State has always been in such a vaulted position. We're looking at more of a top 15 ranking. We're looking at hosting, so it's definitely, as you move up the rungs, you start to have more experiences, the better things in college athletics, and more recruits are interested in the change in, your program.
Putting the winning of the championship aside, what was maybe the other thing you were most impressed by that the team accomplished this year?
This year, I think the team culture and camaraderie has been just amazing, and that's all the student athletes. I was at the Wings of Gold the other night, and Coach JJ, the other JJ, was speaking on, to his student athletes, and that's exactly what he said. And in my brain, I was like, it clicked. It was like, exactly. That's one thing that the recruits, when they come in, it's what they comment on, the kids and the girls and their understanding and their supportiveness. And the team culture is so strong and so tight and gel-like. And everywhere I've gone, that's what people have commented on, and that's also what really impresses me. They're a family, and that's all the kids.
And last thing, you mentioned the other JJ. A lot of programs bringing in Big 12 championships in the last couple years, and you guys included in that now. What is it like being a part of this athletic department that made the transition to the Big 12 and just hit the ground running?
Oh, wow. It's amazing. I'm inspired by the other coaches every time I come to work. Yes, the accolades, the championships, the trophies, things like that, but when I really get inspired is when I'm talking to them and they're telling me specific things about their student athletes. They're so engaged, they're so in there with them, they're so in the trenches. And we work a lot. We work hard and we work a lot. But those connections and thinking about how a student athlete is when they come in at, 17, 18, 19 years old, whatever. You know, I have a 17-year-old freshman that came in this year, and just thinking about where she's going to be, you know, in 4 years' time, and the growth that she will show on court and off court. And they are doing that with their players on court or on the field or in the classroom or on a personal level. We all kind of went through this ourselves, and I mean, college is a dynamic time, and you're dealing with a lot, whether you're playing a sport or not. And how they are helping their student athletes in this time, it's amazing to me. That is amazing. That inspires me just as much as the results at the end of the day, if not more.